Okay, hey everybody and welcome to the stream. Man, oh man. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Let's Make an Animated Short stream. In this stream we will be tackling some fixes and maybe already start the layout. That'll be funky. So just sort of Blender here. That's very good. So just as I was about to figure out how the streaming stuff works, YouTube sends me a message. They have a new streaming tool, and now I have to press start stream twice. Once in my streaming software and once in YouTube, which is awesome. So let's go open recent. Let's check our last file where we kind of made a mock-up of everything. There we go. And the dog still looks kind of creepy, but we'll fix that in this episode. So okay. First things first. Gonna go over here, move the boy a little bit out of the way, remove our ground plane. So, I kind of had to look at the dog, and I kind of know how to put in some fixes for him. So first thing I want to do is increase actually the size of the pupils and stuff. So I want to select the inner eye. There we go. So everybody can hear me, right? Yes. Good. Good. Welcome to the stream. I can put it. There is now like live analytics, viewer activity. Okay, yeah. Good. Let's fix our clip start here. All right. I can really zoom in. I want to be careful with this because increasing this size, it's also have to correct a little bit. And let's, to kind of make this. So okay, I did that, and I'm gonna Control Z again. Yeah. If I turn on X mirror, is he then gonna? No. So how are we gonna make sure this gets mirrored? Okay. I think there's an easy fix. Just gonna put this in the middle, so the dog is now centered. And then I'm gonna put the eye inner and hope this doesn't break stuff. Just a boy waffle. Eye inner, yes. W, set origin to 3D cursor. Okay, that didn't break anything. And now, if I have the X mirror on, it still doesn't do anything. Ah, damn it. I thought it would have worked. Why doesn't this work? Is this because there's no rotation? Yeah, it's oriented the right way. Options, topology mirror, maybe that'll work. Nope. This is still front, right? Yeah. Well, that should work. Oh, what a shame. And we're just gonna have to do it manually. So select both edge loops here. Go to wireframe and increase the size about this much, and then push it in to correct. Whoops, should have selected individual origins. So I kind of want to increase it up to here and then push it in again. And now I just want to manually oops, yeah, so need to. So everything I do on one eye, I kind of want to do also on the other eye. which includes, whoops, fixing these two edge loops so that the eye is kind of round again. Then I can deselect these. There we go. Let's see if that makes sense. Yeah, so that'll make him a little bit cuter. And kind of want to do the same thing for, but we'll add shape keys for the people anyway, so that kind of adds a little bit to the flair of the dog. Right. Alright, how's everybody doing, by the way? Welcome to the stream. I now have a nice graph of people joining the stream. It is nice. Alright. So the thing we want to do now is create a layout, a 3D layout for our scene. So we're gonna kind of previs the actual scene. So for that, first we are gonna have to do a little bit of file management, where we're gonna take our different shots and save them separately. So let's do this. I'm gonna save this file, and actually I will delete the boy here because this was not the correct version. Oh god. Yes, could have deleted all of those. On the record as well. I'm gonna save this so we know we can import our dog from here. So one thing we're gonna do first, we're gonna go to open. I'm gonna open the boy shading. Ignore. Yes. And we're gonna check the rig in here. Okay. Okay. Because this still didn't work, right? Okay. So we have the correct bones. Do we have the correct weight painting? Yes. No. Why is this called index? Did I never fix the naming of those bones? Is that the problem? Have I been naughty? Let's see here. No, I didn't. So this is Tom. Wait, yeah. Tom dash L dot 001. I'll copy that. 002. Always fix your naming. 003, because that's gonna save us some confusion. Okay, so in here I'm gonna do the same thing. Tom R 002 and 03. Okay, so now the other mystery is we have our let's go to weight paint. We have our correct, yes, so it seems the ring R, yeah, so our weight painting is correct. That backs the question. Okay, so I see what's missing. So the only thing that is missing, kind of confused because I don't see the constraints here, but the constraint is working. Ah, rigging, you're always fun. Okay. Why is this happening? So we actually don't have a constraint. I didn't put it somewhere else, did I? No. These are the bones that are moving. Why are they moving? Did I add a... Yeah, I did this... Oh, okay. So I did this with a driver. And the problem is that the driver doesn't get copied to the other side. So what we need to do is edit the driver. Copy the expression. Okay. Go in here. Can I... Oh, no, just paste the driver. Where's paste driver? Add driver. I didn't copy the driver, copy the formula. So in here I'm gonna copy the driver, and then in here I'm gonna paste driver. Okay. Of course this is gonna need some editing because oh my god. Like a menu for this would be great. Show in drivers editor. So now you have to all go all the way here. So now that we have our drivers editor, can open this more up, and we want this to be .r, and I can just see if this works perfectly. So now we're just gonna copy the driver, paste the driver. I don't know. Paste the driver. So that's the thing we forgot to do, and that's why I was so confused why it wasn't working, because all the rest is working, right? So this now, perfect. All right. This is kind of a tedious process, but hey, it needs to be done. Paste driver, add a driver. Oh, and in here we're gonna select the ring. Yes. Copy the driver. Oh. Paste. Paste. There we go. Paste. Edit. Middle. Okay. Copy. Paste. A tool for this would be great. Hey, Toxic Tuba, how you doing? You're busy. Gonna be good. Frick yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fantastic. This works. So we're gonna paste driver in here, add a driver. So this was the thing I didn't consider last time, where I just copied everything. Paste driver, and this would normally also, whoops, something doesn't work here. Add a driver. So index control R. Okay. Why is this then not working? Oh, I forgot to copy this driver. Paste driver. Paste driver. Okay, so now, perfect. So now all 4 of these should work. And I think I have to do the same for this, yes. So that's the X rotation as well. Paste driver, add a driver. Why did it die? Copy driver, go to this one again, or maybe it was just this one. Paste driver, add a driver. This is gonna be dumb. Control, no. Oh, control dash, okay, R. Great. This one works, and I don't know if I can, oops. Copy, paste. Yeah, this now also works. We can do this. It seems fine. Okay. All right. So we're gonna save this. Boy settings here too. Hey Julie, how you doing? All right. So we're gonna go over to layout. So we're first gonna open up file open we have our set hill. Oh, here are storyboards. So we didn't number these ones. So our storyboard 0, 2. All right. All right. And we're gonna split things up in shots and scenes, or sequences, as we like to call them. So what we're gonna do is actually scrub through the storyboards, and every time a new frame pops up, we're just gonna put the end frame on it. So for instance, 103, and then we're just gonna save this as that shot. And then we have our files for our shots, and we can open them individually and put them in correctly with the camera and stuff. So now the only question is, do we want to add our objects before or after we do this? And the answer is before, of course. I mean, this just serves as a drawing, right? But we kind of want to have our full set with our rigs and our objects in there already. So once we update these, we can, it'll get updated correctly. So kind of make a dependency system. So let's save this first, and we're just gonna call this 06 base scene. And it's just gonna serve as a collection of everything that we can then save individually. We're just gonna save this. And we're gonna do file link. So we're gonna link these files. So we have our set hill block where we have, can we just add collections? Yes, we can. So we're just gonna link the collection of our set. And this is currently the block. What we could do with this, if we go back to layout here, is we could, because this is the blocking. So let's try to link actually not the block, but the actual scene we made here. Set hill modeling, yeah, that's the one. So collection, model. And then we see here almost everything is in here. Except for our leaves. So now I'm confused. The leaves are not in here. So what we're gonna do is file, open. We're going back to that set hill modeling. Our leaves are here, but they're not in this correct collection. So we're just gonna put them in model. Right. And then we save this. And then if we go back to our previous file, then this is linked correctly now. So this is in here. So everything we add to, like we change on the links that were made, will get updated. So that's nice. So we're gonna keep this fairly simple now. We're gonna also link the last file of the dog, the collection. And then in here, we just have our collections. We didn't name this super correctly. And then I'm wondering where he is. So he's not in there. So, okay. So again, gonna have to fix this. File, open, dog shading. This is why you have to do everything correctly from the get-go. So I'm just gonna make this in a new collection and call this dog, or waffle, as we call him. Oh yeah, Julie uses Blender. She's a avid Blender user. She all the time. You know, banana smoothies, strawberry smoothies. Okay, so we moved this. Oh yeah, so we kind of want to move everything. So we're gonna select the entire hierarchy and move this into waffle. So now everything is in there. So we're gonna save this. We're also gonna do this really quickly for the latest file of the boy. That's this one. I'm gonna close this. And we're not gonna concern ourselves with the jacket at the moment. We're just gonna lay out the scene as it is, as we'll do some tech tests of how that's gonna work. Okay, so what we wanna do is grab our rig boy here, select a hierarchy, move it to a new collection, and call it boy. Okay, I'm gonna save this, file, open recent, and then we're just gonna go to our base scene again, and then file, link. We have our waffle collection now here. With our rig. Now I kind of still need to figure out how we can move the rig if we import the collection. Just gonna go check if this works if we just import the object. So we have our dog, oh boy, our rig here, feeling this. Okay, so we have to figure this out. So link object with rig, but not just rig blender. Google time. Pop, 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 pop. I am so prepared for the stream. So apparently, okay, so let's go to the Blender forums. Oh. Okay, so apparently what you have to do is link. And if you pick the waffle body, it will automatically... No, it didn't. Okay. So file, link. Is there a new... So if we do both, right? But then... because this is still... Ugh. And the waffle rig, we unlink. And it's not there again. So we can add modifiers to this, right? And then we file append the rig. If we now move this, I appended this, right? Didn't I? How is it linked? File append. Append rig. Active object found. Huh. I appended this, right? Okay. Okay. We want to do this correctly. It is from 2012. Let's just add 2.8. Linking, there's a new, okay, so. Link the collection and add static override on the armature. Oh, I have to, oh, okay. So we're gonna link the collection, because that is possible. So waffles, that's gonna make things a lot easier. Inside the tree, very good. And then we wanna add static, no, how do you add that? Blender, add static. Oh, okay. Make proxy waffle rig. Yes! There we go. So we have to make this a proxy. Yes. So the rig is now our proxy, but our waffle is still a link. So yes, that's how you do it. You import, you link the collection, but then you make a proxy of the rig. And then if we select the rig, hello. Why couldn't I select that in the viewport? And then we adjust it. And we can, and then if we adjust it in the original file, we don't want to adjust the rig names, because it's just going to remember the location. But we can adjust the bones themselves. We can adjust the model, the shading and everything, the skinning, and it will just transfer to this file. So that's nice. That will help our pipeline. So we're going to do the second thing, is we file link. Go back here, go to our latest boy. Can we, I'm actually curious. Oh, that is actually an issue from August 2019. That is now. We'll fix it when we get there. So we're just gonna add the collection of the boy. No, that's of the dog again. Sorry. So our boy collection and our boy. All right. All right. And I think what we want to do. Oh no, so everything is correct. Oriented as well. If we go into, and normally everything should be linked correctly. Of course, we didn't give the hill a color yet, so we might really fast go and do that. But we do the same for the boy, where we go to, we just say make proxy rig boy. And yes, so our root should move all the bones, and not just, but that's not really an issue now. Now we can normally select, yeah, okay, there we go. So yeah, you can, for instance, see that here we have the issue, like this doesn't move along because it's not parented. What we can do is go to open recent, go to the boy, which will just open this file, where in the edit mode, we have to enable our, so the problem is that this, the backbone isn't connected to the root, so keep offset. We save this, we go back to our base scene. Now you can see it's fixed. Ta-da! Applause. We did a pipeline. Hey Mike, one of your messages got redirected. What happened there? But welcome to the stream. Glad you're here. So, now that we have this, we should have our, so we have everything in one collection now. This is a new file, right? Yeah, so we want to select, want to make a collection for the set, because maybe we want to render it separately. I want to make one for the characters. Okay. Characters. Oh, I didn't. Characters. Okay. Oh yeah, so our storyboard is here. That's good. And the void proxy to the characters as well. Okay, good. Then maybe want to move the camera to camera. Maybe want to add some fancy rigs or something. We can add that in that collection. All right. And then we still have our storyboard, so we're just gonna call this a storyboard. All right, so we're just gonna save this. And now comes the exciting part. We're gonna go to animation, because I think that might be the easiest way to do that. I'm just gonna, can I still collapse these? No. No. Just gonna disable the other collections. And here's the timeline. I want to grab the dope sheet. No, that's not it. The graph editor? No. What happened here? Why can't I see it? I have to go into draw mode. Huh. My keyframes are still there. Why can't I see them? Here I can see them. What window is this? Hello? It's my dope sheet. Oh, it's a different dope sheet for the yeah, so the grease pencil has a different dope sheet. Okay. Well, let's just go in here and do it here. So now we just want to create separate files with our collections ready here. 4 different shots, and this is gonna take a while, of course, obviously. Maybe one thing we still want to add is something very important, actually. I'm just gonna grab file new general. So we're gonna create a file. We're gonna default delete cube, and we want to create a cylinder because we do have. I'm going to use that one. I'm gonna enable my screencast keys here. And we actually want to model the cup really fast. So, how are we going to do this? Okay. Yes. All right. So we're going to inset this. Yeah, like this. Delete this face. I guess we could have. I'm just like. Fix the bottom. Like this. Ha, perfect. First try. Now I'm just gonna. Here we're gonna inset and then extrude. Should make a good cup. Alright, then give the inside also a bevel. Alright. Wow, I'm really good at this. Alright. And then here we also want to add like this. Okay. I want to add some edge loops in here. So these are square. I'm going to tell you why in a second. Just now we're going to go select these, do loop tools, circle. Alright. I'm gonna F3 and bridge edge loops. And in the settings, we're gonna go. Isn't it? Profile shape twist. Yeah. Can we not open loop? Yes. Curious. But we can do this manually. Just delete the faces. We have 2 holes in here. And then we're just gonna add a torus. I'm just gonna rotate this and make sure it aligns perfectly, and then pressing Alt S. And normally I should be able to press F6. No? F9? Okay, so I should have done it first. Okay, so torus. We're gonna minor segments do 8. Yes, because we have 8 segments in these circles as well. Major segments, we're gonna pull it down to 24. It should be about the same size of, yes, sure. Rotate Y. I bring this somewhere here. All right. Alt S, bring it to the same, roughly the same. And of course, bring it over here. And I'm just gonna go in here and delete, oh, hide this, delete everything from here on, Shift Alt H, and then just connect these up. All right. All right, I'm gonna shade smooth, check how that looks. Maybe we can go in here and add another loop cut. Like this would be sufficient. And then if we no, that's fine. It's fine like this. It's a cup. All right. I'm gonna call this cup. We're also gonna add a rig to this. So we're just gonna go add a armature single bone. Go to wireframe. Go to edit mode. Call this base. And yeah, that's it. And we just wanna call this with automatic weights. Yeah, that'll do. And then we have a bone for a cup. Just if we want to link it to something, to another bone, it'll be a bit easier than linking the object. All right. Okay, no. So we now have a cup now. We're also going to call this rig cup. Okay. I'm going to call this cup collection. All right. So we're just going to save this, and we're just going to call this 0 free cup. Somewhere between modeling and shading, of course. So we can add the shading already if we want. Put a small roughness, something like this. This looks like a cup. Make it a blue cup or something. Something like this. Yeah, sure. I'll figure out the rest later. So open recent. We're going back to our base scene, and then in layout, we're gonna enable the. We still need a props collection, but for that we need first an object to put in there. So we're gonna link. We're gonna go to 03 cup collection cup. All right. So F3, make proxy the rig of the cup. I'm just gonna move this both to props. Okay, good. We're saving the base scene again. It was a short cup modeling intermission. Blue cups rule. Yeah, maybe I should make a blue. Just for you, Toxic Tuba. We're always checking into the stream. Yes, so now we go to Or 2D full canvas. Sure. Okay, and now I want to create the awesome stuff. So I'm just gonna check our first shot here, which is the wide shot of the tree. Okay. And I'm gonna go to the first frame of the next shot and end it hit there. So put the end here. All right. And then I'm gonna press Ctrl-Shift-S. I'm gonna create a new folder. I'm gonna call shots. Or rather, make a new folder called sequences. And here I'm gonna make a full SQ0010. There's a reason for this. So our first sequence is gonna be sequence 1. But most in the industry number their sequences 10, 20, 30, 40, because if you want to put a sequence in between somewhere, you want to be able to call it 35, and that goes in between 30 and 40. So you can basically have a limit of 9 extra sequences you can add in between each sequence. I'm going to do the same for the shots. So inside here, we're just going to go... Now, we're going to make separate folders, because it's going to have separate steps. And this we're going to call shot, so SH0010. Same philosophy. So we have... we could write something automatic for this, but we won't. And in here, we're just going to call this short underscore, or dash rather, SQ010 dash SH0010. And we're just going to put the prefix 01 on there, because this will be layout. There we go. And we're just going to call it 01. So that's the version. So 01, because it's the first step, it's layout. So 02 will be block, 03 will be animation, and 04 maybe for refining or effects, or lighting, 05, 06. We're not going to do that every time separately. We're going to copy things back and forward between the shots, of course. But this will save us some time. I'm just going to copy this name, and I'm going to save this Blender file. All right. So this is going to be a little bit of a tedious process, because luckily I can check the keyframes here. But we're going to go in here and subtract all the shots. I'm going to save this. So I might do this off stream for all the ones. So I'm going to go in here, shot 002, and call this shot 002. Although I did say I would do the entire process in here. And it's going to save the Blender file. So this way we can just refine everything here. We're just going to go copy, paste, go to the next shot, and then copy this here to the end. No, to the end. And then we have that shot. Same process again. Shot 003. I mean, we could program something to this automatically for us in bigger studios. That would definitely happen. But we're not a bigger studio, so we're gonna go. But it goes fairly fast. I mean, we're already 10% along the way. Copy this. There we go. Or Shift S. And it's gonna be shot. And then we also know how many shots we have. Shot 004. Okay, so copy this here. Go to the next shot. So save this. Shot 005. You know what I'm thinking? Because we're working with one set, right? I am gonna separate them per shot. But the thing is, what if we do it in one file? You know what? Let's go funky. Let's go off pipe. Let's go crazy. Because I'm thinking this is gonna take a lot of time, and we only have one set. We might separate the files for each scene because there's 3 scenes basically. But what we're gonna do is go into sequence. I'm just gonna add a folder called layout. So yeah, people will probably be like, make up your mind. I'm following along. Don't follow along. Just learn from the stream, but do your own stuff. And we're just gonna call this 01 short, and we're just gonna delete the sequence and shot here, and we're just gonna call this dash layout 1. Yes. So we're just gonna start again from frame 0 to frame 3000, I thought it was. Yeah. Okay. So let us create a new layout looking here, and let's call this layout anim, because I kind of want to have in here a 3D viewport where we see the so I'm just gonna where we see this is gonna be locked. I'm gonna delete everything here. Okay, so we just have our storyboard here, and something we also want to do with this view, kinda. Where's our? Come on. Oh, it's here. Yeah. No. We want to create a new view layer. Yes, that's it. And in this view layer, oh no, but that's new. No. View. We kind of want to. I'm just gonna do this the easy way. Put this all the way over here. Focus on it. Yeah, that's gonna be easier than doing all the shenanigans. And then we're just going in here. Go to the outliner and enable everything again. So we see that, yeah, the it's still kind of visible here. So press period. We're gonna enable screencast keys again. Don't worry. Oh, they're enabled. They're not enabled. You liar. There we go. Let's press caps lock again. Okay, so how do I want to do this? We kind of want to have separate cameras. But a camera for each shot seems a bit crazy. But we're gonna do our best. So I'm gonna lay out and animate the cameras basically already. Can I annoyed that I see this empty all the time, and it's pretty hard to select the rig. Can I? Oh man, there used to be this option where you can. Oh yes. So not be able to select a proxy, and then normally if I just no, I still. Oh no, I want to be able to select a proxy. Yeah, of course. What am I saying? Okay, so now it's a bit easier. Okay. So we want to kind of, can maybe add the shading. Maybe. Let me just add the texture. Ooh, missing texture. That's exciting. Why do you have a missing texture? I cannot select the shaders in here. Okay. Oops. I cannot make the shader a proxy. Okay. And that's one of the issues you're gonna run into. I don't think Blender has a link manager. Oh boy, I made it worse. Okay. Can I Control Z that? Of course I cannot. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna read. Oh my god, that cup is big. F3, make proxy, the rake, make the cup. Why is there 2 proxies of the cup? That is weird. I don't know what this is. Delete it. Okay. I just want to make this a lot smaller. There we go. Should be about... Normally you would put your reference of your character and make the props in the right size, like we did for the tree and the dog basically, but since you only have one prop, it's pretty okay. Can I apply scale? No, of course not. That'd be weird. Okay. So I just wanted to file link the hill again. Okay, so that's just missing. Okay. Let's just see what's going on. Textures. I did that. The textures is in the texture folder. Yeah, and now Blender, its flaws become apparent again, because you don't really have a asset manager. Report missing files. Huh. I mean, we could check in the... So in here, texture is working, right? Okay. If we go to the boy... ignore this. It's working. Okay. If we go back to our layout... Oh, now it's working. So we just have to go back to the file, make those files, reload the textures, and then go back in here. It's a bit tedious, but fine. So now we also want to kind of go into, not the outliner here, but add our properties panel here. And adjust some of the camera settings, of course. So for the wide shot, we kind of want to use 30mm. So that will get some, like, maybe curvature on the background. Yeah, we kind of want to place the tree nicely in here. Maybe even a bit lower. I kind of have to guess how I put the thing in here. Like this, I guess. Okay. Okay. One thing we can do too, if we added subdivision somewhere, what we could very simply do is go in our scene settings and simplify, and then put our max subdivision to 1 maybe, because we still want our floor. We're gonna fix that as well. So now we see like where we were a bit lazy, I guess. Go to the set hill. So this is still a very basic model, right? But we kind of want to add 2 subdivisions. There we go, and then add 2 again. But those will be just added. But then without them, we kind of have the curvature. So we don't model, we don't animate our characters floating from the floor. And so it's a common mistake apparently. So we're going back to our short layout. And now we can set the max subdivision to 0 without losing the detail in our, and then our dog and everything is just subdivided once. Nonce. I think you can even, there was a way where you could even simplify further by creating where Blender would create proxy meshes, but yeah, we're not going to do that. Okay, so this seems fine for our first shot. It's nice in the middle. It's a little bit leaning to the left, but that kind of makes this shot a little bit asymmetrical. We see we actually kind of have a nice curvature here already. But we're gonna beautify this, of course, once we get there. But yeah, let's do layout and see if our shot length already makes sense. I'm just gonna go into this view. Of course, this one's the only one that has texture set up properly. Let's figure out a fast way of doing this, right? So we have a camera here. So we're gonna call this collection cameras. I'm just gonna call this camera 0, 1. So there's two things we can do if we want to do this in one scene, right? We can either move the existing camera, but that will be an issue with motion blur if we implement motion blur. Because if it moves from one frame to the other as quickly as it does, then the motion blur will just go crazy. And maybe some other adjustments, like we have to adjust the entire camera, each frame we have to animate all the properties, so that's not very good. The second way would be to add 2 cameras and switch between the 2, but again, same problem. So we are gonna actually have a camera added for each shot. Which seems a bit crazy, but it'll do. Yeah. So one thing we can maybe do, because we can add markers, is go to animation actually. Go to our storyboards and just add markers for each shot, right? So we're gonna press M. Just gonna press M. I forgot to, where's my characters? I'm also gonna add them here. And then hope that they are in the same position. It seems like they are. I'm just gonna use my align tools here. So I'm gonna align these on the X. Yeah, okay. So, yeah. That's a new shot. shot, because we're gonna use these markers. Okay, that's a new shot. I'm kind of confused as to... Okay, it was not displayed correct. Did I... Did this add correctly? Just gonna go in here. Yeah, okay, that was correct. Okay. Just checking, because the markers are kind of like not aligned correctly to the... Okay, so add a marker. Back to this. Okay, let's make this a little bit clearer for you. Just gonna make the viewport white. So this is the start of our... So in here we have a transition. And if we want to do this one shot in Eevee, this is going to be challenging, to say the least. But we can already do this kind of marker. No, we cannot mark the markers. Okay. It's a shame. Or give the markers colors. Okay, go in here. It's a new shot. It's a new shot. I had to do this. I had a job once where I had to cut up an animatic like this. That's not a new shot. That's just an effect, right? But this is a new shot. Where I had to cut up an animatic in different shots, and it was an episode of 20 minutes long, so that took a while. Just like the raindrops. It's like, ooh, wait, I think I missed a shot here because I was talking. Yes, I was looking at the keyframes of the set, but I started to ignore these all. And that's a new shot. We don't have a lot of moving shots. This one is moving a bit. I'll just trust the system here. He turns around. This is kind of a weird transition. We might check that in 3D how that's gonna work, because that's what the layout is for. Basically check if the things make sense. She's a cup of water. That's a pan. Oh, you have some camera movements here and there. So close to the dog. Dog crawls up again. Back to wide shot. So we see a couple of shots having the same phrase. So that's gonna be easier to do here. Still gonna add a bunch load of cameras. Wait, did I? Yeah, okay. This is gonna be a hard shot to do. I already feel it. It's gonna be putting the raincoat over the dog. Yeah, that's not gonna be easy. And him kind of snuggling into. We're gonna have to do some cheating, but proper cheating. You actually see here, because I'm such a great movie maker, their longest shot here is actually the change, the change of heart, them becoming kind of friends. So that's nice. Not to mention it will make the shot even harder, but hey. this will be a grab one, but we'll cut away before we really grab. We'll do a lot of cutaways here before we do too complex of animation. You have to cheat something. I don't. Like, you don't have to show everything to convey an action to a viewer. So, and then in here, I kind of see with the timing that this might be a bit rushed. But it's kind of like Act 3. This is one shot. There's also a very long shot. And then we kind of have a... This might also be kind of harsh. Because we might change shots around or cut it in a different way. In here. And then have the wide shot. And then the one with the sun. So we're going to animate that. But I'm just going to link it for now. Oh. And then, so yeah, the running animations are going to be important from afar. One thing I do wonder is what I'll do with the once he wakes up. His coat is there, but how he's gonna take that with him. We'll see. We'll see when we get there. Alright, so that's all the shots. All the, what am I saying? All the markers. Can I count the markers? I can sync the markers. What does that do? Let's not touch too much here. Because they're in the dope sheet, we don't see them that much. But if you go into the timeline, no. But you can actually, oh, they're down here now. Okay, never mind. I'm being silly. I have to really nail this down. How many things do I have selected? Doesn't say. Okay. Just to guess how many shots we have. So what we're gonna do now is if we go back to our layout anim. So we can so we have here move to next marker, jump to next marker. We're just gonna do that. So I kind of want to have two windows here. So what I'm gonna do is add the layout here because the outliner, because I don't think I will be needing. Although you know what, I might add it to the other side. So we're just gonna do woof. Add the outliner here. There we go. And in here, I'm gonna add another 3D viewport where I'm just gonna go in the camera view. Disable gizmos and all that good stuff, and just maybe even make this textured. There we go. Then we can preview our frame. And here I can enable my gizmos and work a little bit more freely. So kind of already want to place our characters in the correct position. So I'm gonna go in here. I am gonna what I'm gonna do for a second though is go to the settle modeling, go into this particle thing, and put this maybe on 1400 for now. Save it, because otherwise this is gonna lag the lag it up a bit. Okay, so I want to place our dog here. We're not gonna pose it yet, just gonna place it here for framing purposes, and then Why is this? This should be in the set, right? Okay, because we imported it. And then the boy, don't want to be able to select. Okay, there we go. So we're just gonna go in here. I was gonna place the cup next to the dog. Hello? Where are we? There we go. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah, like this. It's clear it's a cup. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna add small rocks and stuff and grass, and it's gonna look fancy. All right. So, and now, purpose of this is that although I'm happy with the scaling between the boy and the tree, I'm not that happy with my scaling here. So I'm gonna look at this full screen. Although having him this small run up the hill could kind of work. Okay. So I'm gonna keyframe here. Just location, the rig. I might actually change to my dope sheet here instead of my. Did he animate that? Hello. Yeah. Okay. So location, dope sheet, action editor. Okay, there we go. And I just want to move this to frame 0. Right. And then every time we're gonna make this the interpolation mode. How do I select the interpolation mode? Control V? No. Interpol set keyframe T. So I would just want to put this to constant. So then if we change, it'll be another thing. So then we're good. We can just select here marker and jump to next marker. And then we see here we have a new shot, right? And we kind of want to have the boy running up to the tree in this frame. So I'm going to add a camera. I am going to select this marker and bind camera to marker. All right, and I'm going to press Ctrl-Alt-0 to put the camera in the current viewport. So the thing about this, and also I'm just going to select my other camera here. So my camera 01. I'm just going to call my second camera because he's going to do that automatically anyway. .001 just to save us some time, and call this camera. So that's our first camera. And we're just going to Control B marker, bind camera to markers. Control B. Control. There we go. That's why it didn't work. So now, if we play and it moves to the second shot, it just goes to the next shot. All right. All right. Good. So. And now the other thing we can do, we're gonna put up here, but I can only do that through the. I would like to put the same buttons like in places, because sometimes this becomes very frustrating. Like, I think the simple thing is that in the timeline you can't move keyframes, right? Or you can. Hold on. Did they change this? Oh, you can. Okay, never mind. My mistake. I'm gonna put auto keyframing on. So just at the beginning of each shot, I know. So like this. Hold on. Oh, great. So marker. The next marker. I'm gonna move this. Scale 0. Yeah, that'll move it. And then, so apparently the composition guides are per camera. So we're gonna have to we're gonna duplicate this camera. That's gonna autofixel it. So we're just gonna go in here. Kind of have a camera closer in like this. Now we're just gonna figure out our framing, right, for this shot. It's gonna be like this. Good. Blender full tutorial in / your animation movie / super. Yes. Hey, ANF, how you doing? So we kind of want to, yeah, okay, so this shot is good. So then we just do the same. Marker, jump to next marker. Also, we're going to move this camera to the cameras. We're just going to press Shift D. All right. Then we have the new camera selected already normally. And then we have an over the shoulder of the tree. So we go in here. It's still a camera 2. Go in here, select the marker, press Ctrl B, press Ctrl B. No. So we did move our first camera, didn't we? Okay. Oh yeah, because it's the active camera. So it did kind of work, but it's the other way around. You move to your desired frame in the viewport. Then I press Ctrl B here, which will now. Okay, so let's go over this again, because I kind of want to have a fixed thing. So press Shift D, we have a new camera, marker, jump to next marker, we move to our desired thing, and we also do in here press Ctrl B and press Ctrl Shift 0. And then normally we should have our auto keyframing is on. But I didn't put these up for animation, so keying. Huh. Auto keyframe is working. Okay, so that's an issue. So if I do this, as long as I don't move it, he will not add a keyframe for that camera. And I don't want keyframes for the camera anyway. And now this is the wrong camera again. Okay. Okay, let's Ctrl Z until there's no more extra camera. Because it kind of worked, but I was kind of curious as to why the auto keyframing. Like normally it should just add keyframes to the things. If I move it, why is it auto keyframing? No, that's not it. No, that's also not it. Huh. If I just replace. Yes, good. But if I move him around, it still doesn't add a new keyframe. Oh, come on. I just want keyframes on the channels that are already keyed. Cycle aware. For channels with cyclic, no. New keyframe type. No. so we're gonna have to do it manually. Okay, so 6 times the charm. So we're gonna go into our active camera, select it, duplicate it, press Ctrl P here, so camera 2 is linked to this. So it's now the active camera normally. Is it? Yay! Okay. So, and then we just move this around. XX, yes. So let me put on my screencast keys. So we kind of want to have like 90 millimeters here. Move back. There's a way. Shift F. No. What's the first person control camera? Blender 2.8 fly camera first person. What's the shortcut? Fly mode. Fly mode. Okay, so yeah, this is what I wanted. It would be nice if this feature also had a scrolling function with which you could control the focal length. That, yeah, because this is not it. Just kind of, I think we should lower the focal length again. It's kind of weird that it says shift. Oh no, shift tilde. Oh, there we go. That's a shortcut. So we kind of want this place to still be okay. And then we add a location at the beginning of the shot. And at this point, so we can see in the storyboard, now he's sitting down. Like this. And let's put a location. What we could do already might be a step too far, but oh, we also have to do the rotation, of course. So, okay. Rotate Z. All right. E lock rod. So that's what we want. So for now, it's defaulted on that. Okay. And what we could do, if we want to be really fancy, could put a location for this bone, and then the next shot, we could make him sit down. Right? So, and again, we want to have this constant, so like, poof. But we don't want to go any further yet. We don't want to block out the scene. It's just like to get a sense of the blocking of the scene, of course. Okay, and then we have our next, so marker, jump the previous marker to this marker here. So with this selected, I'm gonna try to select the camera here. Oh yeah, there we go. Duplicate it. Control B it, so it's the active camera now. Let's look through the active camera. Yes. Shift tilde. And then we're just gonna let's say 120, 120. Let's make a close up. We kind of don't want to overdo the perspective here. Oh, come on. Let's yeah. I think maybe we can make him look a little bit smaller by looking down a bit. All right. He still has a smiling expression on his face. So marker, jump to next marker. So that worked flawlessly. So do this. And then the next shot is just gonna move in the viewport to the correct state and then Control-Shift-0. And then we kind of want to have, you kind of rotate like this. Something like this. Yeah. I think that's all right. Come on, okay. So I want to kind of move him constantly in the squatting position. Okay, and I just want to animate the lock rod. All right. So now we go into our first layout issue. I'm just gonna check the chat if we have some chatting things coming in. Nope. We have some viewers. Hey everybody, how you doing? So the thing is, like, the boy should touch the dog, right? But we kind of see that the tree is in the way. Kind of made that tree a little bit too. So for now, I'm gonna solve that issue with the tree. So I'm gonna open recent settle modeling, right? And in this, I'm gonna look for this branch, which is, yeah, this branch. And of course, going to the sculpt mode. I'm gonna lower this by quite a lot, and then kind of thin it out again as well. Okay, I'm gonna save this, and we'll go back to our layout. And now we see we have a little bit more space. But what we can preview very quickly now is if this kind of destroys other shots, right? In this shot, you now see the dog, but I don't think that's an issue because if he's lying down, like he's here anyway, right? He's like lying here. Okay. So then, yeah, put your head down. I'm sorry, doggy. Yeah, so he's sleeping like this, right? Yeah, good. So we kind of still see his ear a little bit, and now we can kind of discuss, like, okay, but maybe we can just remove him from this shot, just animate him away, right? So, so that little ear is not poking out, because we don't want to, like tease something here. Like people are gonna notice that, and it's gonna be like kind of weird. So our characters move from this third to this third, and we have a close up. Now we go to this shot. And this shot, for the boy to move close enough. I guess he needs to move over the branch, and I might already have an idea here. I'm gonna animate this, so I'm just gonna go over here, and then marker, jump to previous marker. I'm gonna select my camera again, Shift D, select this marker, Control B. And then kind of want to move our boy out of the way because he's going to be in the way of the camera. I'm going to go here, Control 0. And then I'll just animate the rotation of his head. And then make him look up. He looks way too happy at this point. And yeah. Just gonna put his eyes over here so he looks into the camera. Excuse me. I sneezed. Hey, String Fairy, welcome to the stream again. How you doing? All right. So he's like, huh? What are you doing? So the cup's kind of in the background, so you don't really see that. Kind of fits in the frame. Might move my camera. Oh. Move my set here. So. Oh, I didn't frame. Didn't keyframe this. Keyframe of the storyboard. So matching the storyboard is kind of important. If you really have good storyboard artists and you're following them, you kind of want to, because they were approved, so you kind of want to follow this in your layout, right? But since I did this, I can kind of take some liberties in here. Yeah. Maybe I want to create a little bit more perspective to really make it like in your eye, like then the animation is going to be more towards the camera. All right. And now what we can do is we go to the to our next marker. So marker, jump to next marker, and then we're just gonna go select a camera 4 and press Ctrl B again. So now we're just gonna switch to the same camera. It's the same standpoint. We're also gonna move our boy again. Like this. No, not scaling. Lock rod, sure. And now I was thinking that what we could maybe do is the boy, have the boy fall over, right? Over the branch a little bit. Nothing too fancy. We're gonna keep the frame, but he's gonna just like jump here on his back, and he's gonna be on his back here already, and then he just like shuffles back into his position. So that's a director's change I can do, and as a layout artist. So we're just gonna, the dog is like gonna bark here, and then we can make this motion pretty quickly where he he's kind of like, oh, this looks derpy at the moment, but trust me. So we kind of fell down here. Right, did I? Okay, so here, that is. And then this marker will have a new camera. So just duplicate this, press Ctrl B, and then kind of move this here again. Because in this shot he's just moving into the frame, but I think it works a bit better. Maybe use the same frame as here. We could use the same camera again. What if we do? What was this shot again? Okay, and in this shot, we kind of put him here. We kind of cheated a little bit. Just like from here. I'm just gonna check how close he was in this shot. Yeah, okay. So what we could do is just from this shot, copy, paste. So it's kind of a long shot, so it can kind of be like, he wakes up, he rubs his head, right? And then marker. So we don't need this camera anymore. This camera is unused. Man, I wish this display was a little bit better. And he's trying to do like the names next to each other. Oh no, he just, okay, good. Perfect. And then for this one, so we marker, jump to next marker. We're gonna just move back to this camera, to this frame. There we go. And now what we can preview, oh god, in this window, so if we just press play, we can actually preview how the animation would look. Might be that in the next stream we're gonna add some temp noises. We're just gonna record some crazy noises, and then it will already give hey Amar, how are you doing? And Future Vintage Game, how are you doing? How's everybody doing? It's nice to see you talk to each other. It's we kind of see that this is going kind of fast. Maybe I'll make a dedicated preview. So I'm just gonna add a workspace. Am I at the maximum amount of workspaces here? I'm just gonna put this on rendering. So the review viewport. I'm gonna go to my active camera, disable gizmos and stuff, but I'm gonna enable my, yeah, that's perfect. Although I have to disable it for a second to disable this, and then we can go in here and press our timeline, right? Okay. And then we go into textures. We haven't done any lights yet, so now we can just preview like dark. Whoa, poof. Ah, yeah. So we can kind of see that this makes sense at timing, right? So he's like kind of scared, kind of jumps up, and then we go back to this frame. Right? So we can already. Like another thing we could do, if you go back to layout anim, is in here actually have him like run up more, like location. So we kind of want to see. I'm just gonna animate the whole thing like this. Could interpolate. So I kind of want to have him here for the first frame. So it's empty, and then yeah, so he runs up. We see he kind of makes a big leap towards the end. So also that we can kind of adjust here. so that he gets the right timing, right? So that the animators are not like, okay, you said he should go from here to here during that frame, but there's no time. You have to make him sprint. Like, I've seen errors like this made where objects are either going in extremely fast or extremely slow just because a layout or even like the storyboard artist didn't, or the animatic artist didn't provide enough timing. And that's an error that you can make. Like, not everybody can precisely know how long an action is going to take. So going back and forward and giving enough feedback is important. In animation, it's very, very expensive to actually change your frame length at a certain point, especially if you go into lighting and you have to do rendering and stuff. But if you do the correct communication at the correct timing, especially this early in production, then you can fix these issues. Yeah. So yeah, let's see here. So we kind of wanted to have another, have another position here. So now he's, oh, die. Whoops. This frame goes here and this frame goes here. Yeah, good. So it's like poof, 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 and then he arrives. Good. Our first scene done. Morning, Bandite, and everyone else. Yeah, morning. Well, it's afternoon for me, but I guess it's morning where you're at. Where you're at? In which time zone are you? I have this frame. In this frame, we kind of want him. There's weird noises coming from outside. Okay. So we keep this frame so we can keep the camera. And then marker, jump to next marker. We already have one for this. I think it's this one. Select a marker. So he's sleeping here in this shot, but it's the same shot. And we're kind of using, recycling some, I think this camera too. But that's good. Then we kind of create some familiarity. Did we create, no, we created two markers here, did we? I'm going to delete this one, which we are going to move this one over here because that's correct with the storyboard. Yeah. So he gets up here. So we're kind of gonna animate that. Come on. So probably none of this animation is gonna be used in the final animation, but then you at least know. I'm gonna move him to this turret again. So lock rod. Why I don't see my keyframes anymore? That is frightening. No. Why can't I see my? That makes me a sad panda. Okay. Why can't I see this anymore? What did I do? Oh, now they're back. Oh, I was probably like, okay, yeah. My mistake. And at this point, we can also go in here and just move this back. Move that kind of forward again. Just have a good representation in the viewport. But yeah. Gonna key that. Kind of move this. Kind of want to move a little bit in this pose. Okay, so then marker. Move to next marker. Now I want to create a new camera. So I'm gonna select this camera. Shift D. Control B. Bind it to this marker. Edit. No, screencast keys. I want to turn my screencast keys back off and on. Now I kind of want to start from the top position and actually create a camera here. You can kind of see that, although I'm just going to push the focal length to here, like this. And this is, yeah, this is going to have a lot of tweaking with the character being in the right position and stuff. But yeah, we can kind of see how small he is here. So what we can do is zoom back the camera, but then put the focal like on 250 or something. Maybe move it back a little bit. Oh my god. That's not from... I have a mix on, and it just started playing music from Ocarina of Time, which fills my heart. Much easier to do in 3D than in 2D. In 3D, all you have to do is change poses, cameras, and everything interpolate. In 2D, you have to redraw everything. Well, yeah, it depends how you look at it. But the interpolation, you need to fix a lot of interpolation before it makes sense. And Chicago City, nice. I actually have family in Chicago. I haven't heard from them in a while. I've never been to the States, for that matter. Kind of want to go at some point, so... Right, did I? So we kind of want to move this keyframe over here, and then... Yeah. So... Going to be looking up. So again, let's adhere to the timing of the storyboard. The storyboard, it gives a little bit more time, but maybe I want to change that. Let's change to this frame. Yeah, no, he definitely pops in the frame too fast. So I'm gonna check here. Okay, I'm just gonna move this keyframe over here. Okay, just like poof poof. And then it flashes. We could to convey this, I'm just gonna add a plane. Very simple. I'm just gonna call this temp, so I know to delete this. I'm actually gonna move this in a collection called temp. I'm gonna call this thunder plane. Just moving this in front of the camera. Come on. Just guessing. Oh, there it is. There we go. So just for the flash, I'm just gonna go add a location keyframe for this, and then yeah. So it's on this frame. I kind of want to add this. And the previous frame, kind of move it out of the way. Location, and it's kind of conveyed like it's white, you know. That doesn't need to be more than this now. So, and this we go back to our wide shot. So we're gonna select a camera here. We're gonna select a marker. Press Ctrl B. cursor active camera. And then we have our boy here. Just like, scared. Always remember to have some fun with it. And then he's kind of running back. Oh wait, he doesn't run back, right? Oh yeah, no, he does. Here. Kinda cowers. Good. So we want to keep this very simple. So we just convey enough information. So I think I already have a frame for this camera. So what if we, could we use the same one? I kind of want to be this more from above. Let's do a new frame. So we're just going to duplicate that. Bind it. Control-0. And then move the camera, not the set. I kind of wanted to have some of the leaves in here as well, so maybe. Although I might have wished for too much here. Although what if I just... Yeah, that could work. So I kind of want to move our boy a little bit more here towards the camera. He's kind of small now, isn't he? Just kind of let's not center him. Let's move a little bit more here. Okay. So yeah, so I'm kind of, he doesn't move from this shot to this shot, but by moving him in the frame, we kind of can get an idea of where it should be. Whoa. I think some information was missing. the data on the YouTube said I had 0 viewers for exactly 1 minute. And then everybody came back. Everybody leave for a minute. It's okay, this is fine. Our framing looks good. Like, it's not exactly the same, but I think I like this frame better, so it's good for now. So marker, jump to next marker. So he kind of, oh yeah, so he rumbles here and then kind of gets up, right? So we're gonna kind of make him like this. I'm also gonna squat him down again, just to convey what's happening here. Yeah. So we can get also the correct frame in the next frame that he's kind of down low. So now, oops, gonna make a new camera, link it to this, and press. All right. We kind of want to create. We kind of want to maybe down low a little bit. I'm gonna reset the eye rotation here so that our framing is correct. We kind of centered him here, but yeah, I'm gonna keep him like this. So let's yeah, I think, let me give this a new bone constraint for a moment, where we just say copy location, oh yeah, all our displays are in here. the rig boy, the head. Just have it local space to local space. Or local space to world space? Oh, post space. No. So that means if I move him up. No, this will not move with it. That's not working. Because the relative position. Okay, yeah, so let's add it to the spine. Yeah, so now it's just always in front of him. Just by adding this constraint for a moment. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that. All right. Yeah. I've been having that issue when streaming. You probably have an internet issue where the stream disconnects and then reconnects. Well, did I disconnect? I don't think so, right? Normally I get... Oh, I did disconnect for a second. You didn't connect there for a stream. You should believe that it's incorrect and should you're sending a stream and that is configured to the correct stream key. Hey, I'm streaming now, aren't I? Yeah, I can see myself. Yay. Yeah. I don't know what's a great highlight for you. Oh, cool. I can make highlights during the stream. That's pretty handy. Okay, let's move on. Let's not get distracted. So we just move here. So we have a couple of leaves in the background. That's nice. And then he gets splashed in the head. And then probably one of the harder frames to do. Just gonna duplicate this again. Select. Although, with the leaves still being on such low thing, I guess I can cheat it at the moment by doing this. Sure. And I'm gonna select our boy again. And we kind of want to rotate them around. Okay, lock rod. Okay. Then yeah, droplets are falling. Okay, this one's also gonna be a bit harder to animate. So now we kind of want to kind of move our frame. I'm gonna select new camera. Control B, Control Shift 0, and then kind of already want to move here because we kind of want our character to end up in front of the dog. So of course you can just cheat this again a little bit. Don't really matter. I'm already gonna put him like this. Okay. Then I'll put him a little bit more like this. Yeah, so he's facing the camera a little bit. So now we have our first camera movement. This will. I'm gonna start off the camera movement, the camera a little bit more here, or no, here, so that he moves to the right to like more like the center, and then if he moves to the left, the camera kind of follows him. That makes sense. So I didn't really convey that well in the So he moves here. And then he rotates. Moves all the way. So let's copy that. He jumps. And then it's face down. Okay. Flat on the floor. So, now the camera. So we're just gonna add a keyframe here to the location rotation, yeah. And we're gonna go, maybe like just have a simple pan here. Like the camera has to kind of react to the so it kind of already has to of course we're gonna smooth out. I think in the future the internet speed will become a commodity that will be scarce and people will have to pay a higher price for it. It's the whole thing with the internet. I don't think fast internet will be scarce. But I think with the whole net neutrality thing failing, what's more going to be like is that services that have a lot of money will be able to reserve high connection lines, and then you pay for an internet provider that says, okay, if you go for us, then your Disney Plus and your Netflix account will be faster. Whilst another provider might say, oh, but with us, your Hulu and your HBO connection might go faster. Which is like a pain in the butt. But currently, yeah, that sounds like another idea for Caesar Short. Yeah, write it down. You can make an indie game about like somebody who hacks into the internet, so you become like a digital being, and you have to free the internet from corporations. You have to break them down. Yeah, there's an idea. So it kind of falls flat here, but then I still need the camera to move a little bit, so it's like, yeah, that kind of works. I think it's. I think we can put this a little bit more. Oop. That's not what I had in mind. No. What do these do, by the way? Should check it out. Quadratic animation. Oh, but it stops so suddenly. Oh, it kind of works. Okay. Just like looking up. He's trying to catch her up. And for this to work, where he opens his eyes, I mean, this is kind of a cartoony pose. I don't think that'll be doable with the character. There will be a black market for internet. I don't see how that could work. I don't think internet is something you could buy off the black market. It's just like you have your DNS providers, right? And you have your these are the internet providers. And if you would make your own provider, which would fetch IPs with a DNS system, that is not something you could do like on the black market, right? Because there's also like the whole VPN thing where it depends on your browser how you're looking for those connections and which route you take. I don't know the complete technicalities of this. I might say this wrong, but I don't think this will like be something illegally you can do. Get illegal internet. Because, I mean, there's nothing illegal about starting a provider and giving free internet to people. I think at the moment why it's not happening yet is because at the moment it's not interesting enough for providers to do, especially in small countries. I think the US might do this. But, I mean, it is what it is. The US has a very bad market for this anyway, because they're kind of stuck on one provider, like AT&T, or what was it? Or is that for phones, or is that the same thing? I don't know. But the thing I heard was that you actually don't have much choice depending on which city you live and which provider you go. Whilst in Europe, it's a lot more competitive. So we're just gonna put our frame here. So I kind of want to increase the focal length on this one because we kind of want to see it's gonna be a little bit of a weird shot. This is gonna whoops, what happened here? Oh, because I duplicated this camera and this still has keyframes. Okay, so yeah, my mistake. You don't need to put it like this. Okay. So now, I kind of want to see the back of his head. Until here. Just gonna be like reflection though. He's seen things. Kind of cheated a little bit, but okay. What happened? Oh, didn't I? Oops. Yeah, I was kind of assuming the automatic thing was on, but I forgot that wasn't a possibility. It's any kind of turns, right? I think maybe let's put the camera a bit more up, right? And then instead of having him come a little bit more up, oops, and put a keyframe, have it like this a little bit more. That he goes up on his knees, right? And he actually might just be go straight. There we go. More, maybe more like this. Like these. I forgot to save the keyframe again. So I might save the file for a second because oof, haven't saved in a while. He's kind of coming back on his knees, so he does this full get up, yeah. Because then the rotation kind of makes more sense. And I think the thing we're gonna change here is that we're gonna cut in action. So I'm gonna move this frame here, and we're gonna keep the timing. So I'm not gonna move anything else here because otherwise I need to move the keyframes of the storyboard as well. Let's keep it Yeah, you know what? Let's keep the frame length. And let's actually have him look later. So we kind of move in action here. So we cut in action. We kind of want to do that, always cut in action. And then we want to create a camera, drill link here, on the other side here. There we go. And we want to kind of lower the focal point because we really want to convey that one thing is in front and one thing is at the back. Right? If that makes sense. Okay. And then kind of want to... Come on. Moving on the z-axis. Moving a little bit back. Okay. And then we have time for our focal pull. And here he starts moving. Now we have to figure out to where he moves. I think what I might do, instead of that he walks, that he crouches. So that he's in crouching position here. So that he's kind of sneaking up on him. And I'm just gonna check that with the rest of the keyframe. Like, he looks at it. And instead of the sneaking on the side, we might just that he tries to come closer. So I think that's gonna work better. And to convey that properly, I'm actually gonna go in here. I'm gonna do a little bit too much work here, I think. Obviously. Because now I need to rotate this because I'm not animating any of the other bones. I can just do this. This conveys the message. So lock rod, and then maybe turn this. No, I'm just gonna keep his head here. Doesn't matter. Okay. And then jump to next marker. I'm gonna save the project for a second. I might upload the animatic as is just to YouTube so you guys can check it out for yourself. Okay. So in our next frame, oh, that's Kingdom Hearts music. That's nice. We might put for the head one anyway. It's gonna look like a demon for a second, but hey, what you gonna do? Nah, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. Okay, delete the keyframe. Come on, do it. Okay. Because now we have to close up. Yeah, let's do it that way. Jump to next marker. Gonna select the camera, duplicate. select this marker, Control B. Then I'm just gonna go in here, try to get some of the leaves. But you kind of want to have a close-up. You kind of want to see him looking up, right? So put this to 90. Maybe even, let's see if you see this high. Convey that he's looking down, okay. Maybe put this on 120. Like you really want to catch his emotion now. So he's on screen right at the moment, right? This is also something we want to pay attention to. So he's here. He's just in center frame, right? But here he's on the left. So on the left, 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 left. And he moves to the right of the screen here. So now he looks from the right to the left. And then here he's on the right of the screen. And then here also he's looking from right to left. So we also kind of want to keep that emotion that our characters are, if they move in screen space, looking from left to right or right to left, that we convey that movement. All right. This is nice. We see an icon here for what camera we animated. So, marker. Jump to next marker. And then we want to duplicate the camera. Control B. Move around here. And we actually just want to focus on the cup. There we go. Press Ctrl Alt 0, and then maybe like in the meantime we could yeah, this looks too drastic of a zoom, so I'm gonna go like this, and then we can actually rotate the cup. I mean, I'm not gonna keyframe it because the first time you see it, but then the first time it's in frame where you see the water and such. Let me put the did I just move the dog? No. Okay, well, I did, but man, Zelda music is creepy. It's the Twilight Princess music. They still use the same synthesizer, so it seems, for Twilight Princess as they used for Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, which is the voice, the fake voice, the synth voice. But it's so recognizable. It's kind of awesome. So, did I not? Is this not the active camera now? Yes, it is. Why is it not marked as the active camera? That's kind of weird. So we can kind of see in the viewport how many cameras we start getting here, and then if we scroll through, we see kind of the active cameras running through. But this one kind of doesn't want to mark itself as the active camera. It's kind of weird. Can also see in the layout that we move through them. Nice. Oh yeah, but that camera moves, so. Oh, because it's this camera actually. Oh, okay, never mind. My mistake. So we kind of want to keep focus, and then from here, lock rod, so we kind of want to zoom to here. Okay. And that'll be so we're gonna have to move the camera back a bit and then zoom in anyway, because it's gonna make the rotation easier. So I'm gonna do this and Control C, Control V this here. So I'm gonna start here, and I'm gonna end on the dog that is sleeping again. Oh, there's one keyframe next to where I wanted to put that. There we go. I kind of see that. I mean, even if we animate his head at the beginning of that scene. Look down. Okay. So we still have kind of like, although, because this is kind of a weird situation where we put ourselves, well, I put myself in there, and I don't want to put any blame on you. But I was assuming, although we can kind of, because his standpoint is here, so it would make sense. I'm actually gonna put it here and zoom. So actually put it in the boy. Put it literally on his eyes. And then make this 120. And we're gonna make a keyframe for that. And then just, although we kind of want to go from here, from the cup, center and frame, that really people see it with a little bit of depth of field playing around, and the droplet falling it, we call attention to the cup. I'm gonna delete this keyframe, and then we kind of want to move to the dog again. That's sleeping, so we're kind of conveying, oh, he's sleeping. Alright, so that's gonna look like, yeah, and that conveys a message. He looks at the cup, he looks at the dog. We want to keep a little bit longer on the cup. Yeah, we definitely want to keep longer on the cup. So we're just gonna move this. Because this is already the next shot, right? And this shot, we kind of want to put him back in the position we plan him in the storyboard. Just being here, and it's gonna work out. So I'm gonna be full like here, but let's see here. Whoops, I wanted to do that. Forgot all our steps. So Shift D, Control B, Control Alt 0. That's kind of gonna be a wide shot again, so. Why not use the camera from earlier? I hear you asking. We will. Okay. Man, we're over halfway. Oof. Yeah, this is a repetitive job. It's a fun job. So in here, we kind of want to move the boy closer to the dog in a crouching position. So it's gonna be crouching. We don't want to. We actually don't want this to. So now I'm actually moving the camera that I used before, right? And I might actually do that because I kind of want to keep the frame. But in this shot, I don't want him, when he comes closer, to overtake the shot. Right, so we kind of want to instill a good frame. So yeah, so gonna put this here, lock rod. I think that looks fine. Oof, this is a quick shot. So yeah, so we kind of see here that here we might start moving things about. But let's do it at the end. Let's stick to the storyboard, and then we don't need the storyboard anymore, quote unquote. And then we can start shuffling the shot lengths around. Because that'll be fairly easy to do, I think, if we can move things at the same time. No, we cannot. That is a shame. But I have some fixes for that, so that'll turn out nicely. Okay, so this becomes kind of a messy shot. So it comes closer. And then it's marker, jump to next marker. And I guess I kind of want to use the same camera again than our previous shot. Jump back and forward a little bit. Move our hand in here, which we don't want. Object mode. Come on. Oh, God. So, in here. Kind of want in here. So, whoops. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna animate it again. Oof. I press T, puts the animation on constant. No. Constant. Okay, so. He's sleeping, he comes closer. He wakes up. Oh, sorry for all the stretching. It's healthy. Sometimes you gotta just stand up and do some stretches. Especially if you have a desk job. You just wanna move your legs about. Good. Oh, that feels nice. Rotate your back, rotate your shoulders, stretch your hands so you don't get what's it called? The thing where your hand hurts because you stretched it too much. So okay, I want to move out of edit mode for this. Whoops. Now we kind of want to figure out something. Marker, previous marker. Because if you move back to this camera, right? Oops. We could make him sit here. So if you go from a crouching position, you stand upright. But I kind of want to fix the frame still, because I kind of want these boys to be at thirds of the frame. Maybe you can just move along here a little bit. And then we can check if it fits for the other shots. Kinda does. I already moved him a little bit closer. This keyframe here. So it starts from the same position. And what happened here? I want to actually paste this here. Yes, and then the next one is going to be closer towards the dog. And then yeah, this frame is going to be better for putting the dog upright and actually putting them. Yeah, I'm gonna put him a little bit back. And then the boy is gonna be here. On his knees, so he's kind of on a dog's level. I think that's. What are you doing here? What is happening? Move this here on the next shot. Oh, okay. You see, we didn't animate this. Oh god. 4, so. That's a mistake. So I'm just gonna put him back in this position. I hope I get his position right. Yeah, somewhat. Somewhat more. I think this frame is correct. Yeah. Okay, and then the boy. Marker. Jump to next marker. Kind of want to have. What is going on? Why is this not? Why are you not being moved? Hello? Oh, that's why. There we go. Okay, good. We have this interaction. First we're gonna add a new camera. Press Control B. No, we have to be on the frame. There we go. Shift 0. Just a little bit broader. Extreme close-up. Maybe we're gonna kind of not make it too close. All right, good. That's that. That didn't work. Why didn't it work? Oh, we copied one with keyframes in. Oh yeah, because it didn't. Okay, yeah. My mistake. Poof. Da, da, da. There's some leaves in the background. It's nice. Kind of don't want to create a tangent here, but we'll fix that once we get there. Okay, so there's no keyframes. Good. Jump to next marker. Oh yeah, I kind of want him in the previous one marker, that is. There we go. Look a little bit down on the dog, just to see that he's looking down. Small adjustments. So here he takes off his jacket already, right? And then we have a looking down shot like this. We're just gonna duplicate our camera again. Link it to that marker. Control Alt 0. And that'll be our shot. Yeah, it's just a central shot of the dog. Yeah. And then marker, the previous marker, and the jacket comes like kind of in frame and cuts away to I think I kind of want to go back to camera 13. Where's this camera? Yeah, camera 12. So Control B. Where now the distance between the boy and the dog and the thing we might do here, if we want to be, so I'm gonna put a location keyframe here, and a rotation, yeah, and then whilst all this is happening, so I'm gonna go back to the keyframe, move the boy over again because I forgot to put it. All right, put in a lock rod, yes. And whilst this is going on, I want to go to the jump to next marker, and I'll kind of slightly want to zoom in on those two, and maybe rotate on the z-axis just a tiny bit. So that way, whilst he's doing that and the dog is, the camera also moves in because we got to go closer to the characters. So I kind of want to put this interpolation to linear so that the camera movement is already busy. And I think I do want to ease in the first one. So I'm going to go like this. Yeah, that's going to work better. All right. I don't think we're gonna finish this today. Although we're almost there. It's not that much anymore. Okay, let's try and finish this today. So we have our next shot. Marker, jump to previous marker. And we kinda wanna cheat it away by putting him in the same position again and just using the same camera. So this camera is here somewhere. I think it's this camera. Yes. I'm just gonna press Control B here. There we go. So he kind of moves back into frame. He then looks over to the cup. Marker, next marker, no, previous marker. I'll make a special camera for this because it's gonna be way more zoomed in. So we're gonna press Control B here. Of course, our dog. I mean, I'm not trying to convey this. That the dog here is rotating around. So I want to put these actually on interpolation. No, interpolation to constant. And that he in this frame. Nice down again. We could, of course, let's put his head down again. Yes, and then this shot. Maybe I want to go down a bit just to have the silhouette of the. Oh, let's go into object mode here. Of the cup a little bit better. Kind of want to move to that marker, right? Yeah. So that our animation is correct. I think I kind of even want this bigger in frame, so I'm also gonna go to 60 here. So that's just the cup, and you see the back of the dog a little bit. Well, it's gonna be the raincoat that you see. Okay. And then halfway in the shot, you see this is gonna be a bit janky, but see his hand reaching for it. I'm just gonna go in here and do this. Okay. Jump to next marker. So we have the same shot again. So that is camera 15. There we go. And then of course I want to copy and paste this location again. So at the beginning of the shot, come on, it's gonna be like this. I'm just gonna put auto keyframe on for a second, and then it's gonna be like this. Oh, now you are not doing it? Why are you not doing it? Wait, this is something else, right? No, auto keying. Why are you not auto keying? Man. Blender. And then this one you're gonna be like backwards a bit. And drink, drink, drink. And then you're gonna come back here. Okay. We could animate the cup as well if you want. So we could be like, put the cup here. See if it covers his face up. And here. There we go. Now a bit more forward. Okay. Jump to next marker. So now we're kind of doing a weird thing where so we're using, I think, camera 3, sure. No. Camera 2. Again. Also, come on. Okay. Just coming to walk back. And then like this. Oh, come on, select. What's happening? What did I do? What happened? Hello. Boy. Did I accidentally hide you? What's happening? Okay. I'm gonna save the scene before I crash something. Okay, let's not panic. What happened here? What's so this is the proxy, right? What happened? Did I hide it? Oh, I hid it accidentally. Okay, sure. Actually, I hide the proxy, right? Yeah. Oh no! Wait, why did I do it again? Okay, yeah. So whatever. Okay, there we go. There we go. Go to here again. And a couple of frames later, sit him down again. Okay. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, so next frame, marker, jump to next marker. Create a new camera for this. Hey String Fairy, man, you need more views. Well, the views on the stream are okay. But if I'm checking into once we get this step done, I'll upload it to Blender Nation as well, and maybe have some more people looking into it. We'll see how it goes. Did I just create a new camera, or was this camera already there? Yeah, it was already there. Okay. So I'm gonna Shift D, Control B. Now we want kind of the cuddly dog. So now he's the star of the show. We're really gonna kind of cheat it at just lying like this, just have the framing a little bit better. Something like this. Yeah, sure, that works. Okay. So he wakes up here. Like looking to the side. And then he jumps away. Like so. Next frame. That's camera 12 again, I think. So marker, jump to next marker. Just gonna guess. No. Camera 11. Oh, it's a way earlier one. I think it's camera 2. Yeah, there we go. Camera 2. Maybe we can put him up on the trunk like this, a bit to the right, so that he's framed better. Okay, sure. Lock rod, and then our boy is gone like this. Lockhart, yeah. And then our dog. Whoops, no, I keep it like this. Our dog kind of jumps away. And comes back. Jumps kind of over this. Can maybe convey that in the layout like this. This is actually technically correct, not super layout. This is kind of something between layout and blocking. It's like a previs, but a rough previs. Like actually, we're blocking the previs. It's really rough. So we kind of see here that the jump can go a little bit faster. Goes back and up. So in that, maybe the observation can be a little bit faster, a little bit longer. It's like, looking, and it goes back. Maybe like putting a keyframe here where it's actually gone. Okay. And then he comes back, yeah. Then he jumps on the boy. And I kind of want to create a new camera for this. So Shift D, marker, jump to previous marker, Control B, Control 0. Whoops. And here, dog is already here. Looks kind of derpy. Okay. Let's add more minutes. Let's not rush this. So then he kind of crawls in here. And he lies next to the boy. Okay, and then in here, you can kind of, oh, what's going on? Yeah, you can kind of do this. Okay, so now we have dog. Sleeping. Now we go all the way back to our first camera. So we go marker, jump to next marker. Press Control B. And I think marker next one is the same. Jump to next marker. That's just gonna be this camera. Where our dog is off screen first. Here. I kind of need shadows. We have that feature, right? Scene lights? No. Yeah, we don't have any lights, so. Also, I'm gonna reset this entire. No. Marker. Jump to next marker. Tab dog is off screen, as we said. Lockrod. So we kind of see our boy already being kind of up. He's like rubbing his eyes. And then the boy and the dog comes along. My god, this is wholesome. Let's make him like the storyboard, make him come from more of the side. I noticed that the cup is still floating midair. Yeah, it's gonna be here somewhere, I guess. Who cares? So dog moves here. The dog jumps on him. Marker, jump to next marker, and that's gonna be camera again. Control B. I'm already gonna put him up right. We first unseat them. And then we see in small. Let's touch the floor here. The boy and the dog. Oh god. Lockrod. Lockrod. Man, I try to move both of them. There we go. Not Lockrod, scale. Lockrod. 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 And they kind of disappear behind the hill. Someone just like, I move a bit slow. So I move faster. A little bit slower. And they can already move off frame. Alright. Let's save this. Let's go to our what was rendering? Alright. Let's play this. Let's see how much things we broke. So let me turn my music off. Alright. Here we go. So interior night. Let's do this. It's just okay. It's raining. Suddenly a boy walks up the hill. Comes up, pulls down his hood. It's like, oh, I can rest here under the tree during the rain. And he sits down and he closes his eyes. He goes to rest. But then, yeah, so now the emotions are not as conveyed as correctly. So I might just add the storyboard as reference. Okay, so he goes to the tree and he goes to sit down. And the blocking this will be a bit more. And then he's like, huh, what do I hear? And he looks around the corner. There's a dog sleeping there. His neck broken, obviously. And he's like, huh. So, okay, one thing, and that already knows for the timing. So apparently he does go to sleep here, right? So he goes to sleep, and then some time passes. Or is that what happens? What happens in the... I'm kind of confused now. He goes to the tree, storyboard, pulls down his hood, and it's like... Oh yeah, no, I know what happens. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, so that's the thing. Okay, so let's look at this. I remember what I made again. Okay, so... Boy runs up to the hill, it's raining, it's kind of thundering. And boy comes down, I'm dry here. Oh, and a resting place. I can sleep here, maybe. And he kind of cuddles up to a tree, and he's like, oh man, the weather's really bad, but what do I hear? Is it a dog? Huh, maybe I can pet the dog. And it kind of comes closer, but the dog's like, no. And he's like, oh my. Oh, never mind that dog then. And we go back to the shot, and kind of the weather, the rain goes away. And he's like, oh, the rain is gone. Maybe I can go outside now. And he kind of moves forward, and he looks under the leaves, but suddenly, oh no, thunder. I can't go out here. And he's like, oh, it's lying on the floor. He goes up. He's like, oh, what do I do now? And suddenly drops come, and he tries to catch the drops. He's kind of want to drink them, but he goes face first on the floor. And he's like, what do I do now? It's like, what does the dog have over there? And he kind of comes over, he crouches over, and he looks, and ooh, a cup full of water. So you kind of already see that some shots go by too fast. Some shots might cut in. So now they're looking at each other, and like, yeah, you can't have this cup, but oh, now we have our wholesome shot where he cuddles the dog in. And now he can grab the water and he can drink it. It's like, okay, I didn't put the animation on the correct thing there, but okay. So now the cup is slowly floating towards. It goes back to. I think at the end the timing is kind of good. So the dog is like, what's going on? Oh, he's shivering. He's cold because he gave me the jacket. So the dog comes up with the jacket, pulls it over the boy. This shot, I kind of have to work on that. And he cuddles next to the boy. And then we go back to this shot. The sun comes up. That also might be longer. It's not going to be hard to animate, so that really doesn't matter. And then they run off both together into the sunset. How nice. So this is a very rough first version of the 3D layout. In the next stream, we're going to start editing this. So we're going to start making changes to this. And shuffling some cuts around, maybe changing some camera points, and that way we can kind of see does it work or not. The other thing I am gonna prepare for next stream is some audio files that we're just gonna smash in here so that we kind of have an audio feedback on what's going on. So, because I'm telling it loudly, but it could be that if you just see it visually what's happening, it's already enough. You can already convey what's happening in a second instead of 3 seconds. So that audio is going to help. And then the next step is we're going to modify the rigs of the kid and the dog, where we can actually put in expressions. And then we're going to block the scene. Then we're really going to put in the emotions and the handlings. Also like cutting in poses. So we're not going to do any refining animation or animation anyway. We're just going to put them in the poses they need to be in for each shot, and then maybe 3 or 4 poses per shot. And then we can really, and then we will do another review of the shot lengths. And then we'll do, and then we'll check out how the animation works. And then we can maybe, again, shuffle around a bit. And after that, the only thing we have to do is finish up the shading. The shading and the modeling, if that's still necessary, put in the details and stuff. We could maybe do that if the blocking becomes kind of tiresome. We kind of change up our tasks. That'll keep me motivated. And yeah, that's and then we'll animate it, we'll light it, we'll comp it, and it's done. That easy. This is still gonna take some weeks, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Thanks for watching. Leave a like. Subscribe to the channel, press the bell button if you want to get notified for next stream. The stream schedule now is every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, every time from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Belgian time. So that's where I live, Belgium, Belgium, Netherlands, so that's +1 Greenwich time. Tell your friends about it if you want to if you want them to share this video, share the stream, and with the new, by the way, with the new live setup I have here, I can make highlights. So if I'm explaining something specific, and I'm working on getting the videos down, but I'm working on my workstation, so I'm gonna change up my computer as well, because this one's kind of dying. And then everything will go a little bit faster as well. But I hope you enjoyed the stream. Check in next time. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.